Hey y'all, we have got a wad of Series 2 retail coming at you, hangers and value packs right after this. All right, well thanks for tuning back into the channel today, and this is probably not going to be a very long video, but I was not able to get very many cards from my run around town just trying to pick up some retail. I had run down to about nothing to film with, and we typically restock on Thursdays here in town, and I hit 3 Targets and a Walmart. I was able to come up with these and these, plus what you saw in the video that I did with the 2 Fanatics under wrap baseballs. That's it in all of those stores, and that's the way it is around here. So it's slim pickings most of the time if you're out running around looking for anything noteworthy to open. But I'm going to start with these value packs, and in the under wraps video, I was very underwhelmed with what came out of those. So we're going to see if round 2 is going to be any better. I'm going to go through all the rest of those cards when I'm done, but for now, here's how we're going to start. And that is one hell of a way to start, with a pink duos of James Wood and Dylan Cruz. Really nice start. So maybe I spoke too soon. Sometimes, you got to talk dirty to these cards to get them to cooperate at all. So we'll see. Loperfido, rainbow foil. And here we go. Jackson Holiday, 1990. Shota Imanaga, Summer Superstars. And, oops. Ketel Marte and Royce Lewis are going to be the stars of the MLB. Let me just run through this back side, just like I did before. And we'll see. 10 of these, 5 of those. You're still spending more money on 5 hangers versus the 10 values. But it's all right. So what do we have here on top? J-Rod All-Star, Mookie OPS leaders, and stars of MLB, Adley, and Acuna. Poor guy. All right, so we're getting, let me get those over there. I'm just creating stacks for me to go through later. So here we go. Cubs 3 and no hollow foil. Cubbies fans, I'm sure you guys will like that. It's a nice looking card. Parker Meadows, Future Stars rainbow foil. Goldschmidt 90 and Gunnar on the Summer Superstars. Sasaki and Altuve are going to be your stars of the MLB, and just because I do these little cheap boxes, I've got to make sure I'm going through some of this. Yeah, I like that pink Wooden Cruz, the blue Yankees that I pulled. I really like that one. The pink is as close as we're going to get to that red on the trim, so it is what it is. I like it. All right, Real Muto, anything? Just a 90. Teoscar and Marte and Lewis again. Got the Phils or the Pirates. So you get a little peek of Skeens over on the left-hand side of that card. And you can get an idea of his size versus the rest of that team if you just take a second with that card. All right, what do we have up first? Ronnie Mauricio, called back up, rainbow foil. That's not bad. I still think he's a major talent. Salvi on the 90, Sasaki on the Summer Superstars, and stars of MLB are Riley Green and Wyatt Langford. Here's Job. Next pack, we've got two backwards cards. So we either have an auto, which would be awesome on a 1990, or we have a pink parallel. You know, leader, so I'm assuming that that is one of these is just pink, or it's not. That is so cool. And I'm not sure what stock this is, but that is 42 of 90 on Manny Machado. I'll have to look it up for you. I'll put it back in there. I don't know if that 90 is vintage stock. It probably is, but you can just see the difference between those two cards. Just get the glare. Look at that. You got glare and no glare. So that's pretty cool. I have not seen that particular card get pulled. Jose Ramirez, Stars, Adley, and Acuna. Let's see, hold on. Did I just pull that again? Yeah, here. Take a look at that. Look how much bigger he is over on the left-hand side. All right, Man Ram. Put you in a sleeve. And let's see if somebody else can overtake you for the best hit of this video. It's a good thing that they have a lot of just base paper on both sides. Sometimes these packs like that are really hard to open, and that's what ends up happening. And it doesn't help that I'm like a bull in a china shop sometimes. Frank on the All-Star, Bobby OPS, Olsen and Bellinger are your stars, and we've got a Jackson Jobe right there. Three more value packs. So those two cards have more than likely paid for these value packs, I would assume. But that might not be the best thing to assume. Koufax, All-Star, Schwarber, OPS, Adley and Acuna again. All right, two more. All right, Caden Dana on the 90. Skubal on the most famous Summer Superstars. Jacob Wilson and Rhett Lauder, so at least that's a little different. And here goes our last value. We'll get into those hangers and see if we can hit just a little something out of one of those. All right, Nolan, Judge OPS. Every time I see that, it's just, that is disgusting. Freddie and Jackson Jobe. There's that Pirates card again. So that's that. We did pull two really nice cards. So I'll take it, but out of 10 packs, that's what we got. Two numbered cards. I know that the percentage is supposed to be pretty high on those. I'd love to just see something super chunky thick in one of these. All right, and then like you saw last time, you get a wad of stuff. Wad of stuff in here. So, Jack Flaherty on the pink hollow foil. Pretty cool. Set that off to the side for a second. Juan Yepez on the hollow foil. Miguel Amaya on the rainbow foil. So foil, foil, foil. And check that out. Shohei pitching Diamante. Contreras Diamante. Brent Rooker and Contreras OPS leaders. And here comes your wad. Churio. Jordan Lala in the back. And yes, sir, I will take that card all day long. And here comes number 2. All right, what do we have? No thickies in this one. Can we pull one thickie out of here? So what do we have? Matthew Boyd, holofoil. Logan Driscoll on the Diamante. They are gorgeous cards. Shane Baz. Nomo All-Star. Brent Rooker, OPS. Sasaki Altuve, Rushmoon, and Luis Angel Acuna. There's rookie. Jacob Young's in there. All right, 3 of these to go. Come on. One of you 3 just get nasty and drop something big. All right. So Diamantes, Jonathan Cannon, and Nestor Cortez. Skeens on an All-Star. And Teoscar. Goldie, Shadow Freeman, and Job. That's pretty. I still think that's a neat card. All right, nothing special in that one. So the hangers kind of struggling a little bit. One of the best Diamantes you can pull, so that was pretty awesome. We've got some towers, man. I'm telling you, some towers. Grant Holmes. How do you go 6 innings with 15 strikeouts and lose? I'm just blown away. That was a crazy game the other day. All right, so there are your stars. Tatis, Contreras on the 1990, and what do we have here? Kiki and Jose Siri. A couple of really cool looking laid out cards, as well as a Josh Smith. So they're getting some really, really nice action shots in these things. All right, last pack, and we'll call it a video. So here we go. No thickies in this one either. Man, these hangers have been super, super pedestrian. I am hoping that I get these mega boxes in quickly. So that is a chunk of stuff in here. That is a wad. So you get those out of the way, and then you still have 6 decent cards in here. Sasaki, Altuve, Rutschman, Acuna. Same 4. And here we go. Call it a video. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. See if we have anything special sitting in here. Acuna on 90. Yepez, Diamante, and how many times am I going to pull this? So here we go on the Diamante now. We've got Adley and Jared Jones. That's how we're going out. So hangers this time around, we're not the bangers. So our hits, this Manny to 90, and really nice looking pink duos of James Wood and Dylan Cruz. Love pulling the Shohei Diamante, but not a whole lot to show for the hangers today. But guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully by the time our next one comes out, we'll be opening up mega boxes. And if they happen to show up this weekend, this video is getting delayed as well as some others. But that's a whole different story. Take care. I'll see you next time.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.